Hey, it's Tom from Tom's Toons. Do you have an aluminum decked pontoon boat that you want to outfit with new vinyl flooring, a new layout, new seats, and electrical, just like this boat? I've got 3 things that I'm going to share with you in this video that you should know before you get started. This is indeed all aluminum. There is not a single stitch of plywood on this boat. Some people love that. Some people don't know the difference. Totally fine either way. You've got a piece of material that's never gonna rot, never gonna rust, will last forever, but there are some things you need to make note of. Number 1, the flooring, the prep work, the adhesive, and the application and install of the adhesive and flooring itself. Number 2, the hardware that you're going to use on the boat is going to be a little bit different than what we can use on a boat with a plywood deck. And number 3, things to consider when you're running your electrical. That's going to be a little different as well. Let's take a look at all those things. If you've got an older boat like this one, this is a 2000 Tracker, so it's 25 years old. Fisher was another brand name that had a lot of aluminum decked boats. You can still convert that carpet to that vinyl, but the process is a little different. We've got a whole video that talks about it and breaks it down step by step, from the stripping down of the old carpet to the cleaning of the deck to the installation of the new vinyl. You can do a woven vinyl just like this floor if you follow those steps. The biggest things are the cleaning. We recommend you rent a heated power washer. We're talking about a big, heavy duty, really hot power washer to strip all of the old adhesive off. The other thing you need to take into account is the glue you're using. You're not going to order a typical indoor-outdoor carpet glue. You have to use a solvent-based adhesive to get the best results, sticking this vinyl down to the aluminum and making it last. The process is a little different. You're going to apply the glue to the vinyl as well as the aluminum. It's a contact adhesive. Solvent-based adhesive is another term that you'll hear it called. That way, the glue, once it dries, can stick the 2 items together and they're not coming apart. Cool part is, as soon as that's stuck down, you can put the deck trim back on, you can start installing seats, railings, all that good stuff. There's no real cure time after you've stuck them together. When you get your seats, you're gonna discard the screws that came with them, because you do need to use, ideally, a 1-inch self-tapping number 10 stainless screw to hold your seat bases down to the floor for those bench seats and corners. If you're going through with thinner aluminum like this, 1/8 inch or 100 thousandths thickness, you can drill a 7/32 hole and your 1/4-20 bolt will thread into the aluminum, lock in nice and tight, and allow you to go underneath and put a nut on to tighten it up without necessarily needing somebody on the top side to hold that machine screw in place. That also applies to your captain's chair too. These are a 1/4-20 machine screw with a flat head, and I drill my holes as a 7/32. I lock this into place by tightening them, and they thread into the aluminum deck. Then I can go underneath and tighten with a locking nut. When you're running your electrical through the floor, this guy right here could be your best friend. This is a really big step bit. It goes to 1 3/8 inches. And this allows me to open up a pretty good sized hole to allow for my wire loom, just like you see here, this hard plastic wire cover to pass through the floor. But the beauty of the step bit is that it makes it a nice soft hole on both sides. So I actually drill down through with the step bit into the aluminum and through, and then I come on the other side and do the same to make the hole nice and even through the seat base and the aluminum. But by doing that, I clean up any burrs, any sharp edges, because that's what that step bit does for you. For your electrical, you need to pre-plan and try to run as few holes as possible for your wiring to pass through. And what we do with that is we run that hole with the step bit through the seat. We loom all of those wires that come up. So in this wire loom, we have speaker wire, we have navigation lights, we have docking lights, and we have LED wire lights as well. We're going to tie all those into the plastic base with clips, and these are just little 3/8 inch screws. They're going to get into the base, but not the floor of the boat, and they're going to hold everything in here nice and tidy. As far as running the wires across the boat from port to starboard, With plywood, we can just tie them up with wire clips wherever we need to into the plywood with a 1/2-inch stainless screw. In this case, we do it just like they did from the factory. We're using wire clips to tie our bundle of wires across the back side of the cross members. That's really important. That way water can't hit it, it's not gonna get disturbed, and it's nice and tidy up there as well. One neat thing about this design with these planks is that you can cheat some wires through the gaps between the cross member and the plank. I do recommend that you cover those in aluminum anytime you're going over and around aluminum. But it is a nice way to be able to get all your wires together to route in one place like we did here versus having a bunch of them chasing across the width of the boat. When running big bundles of wires through the floor, we would normally use a rigging grommet like this or rigging boot. But in this case, we're gonna flip it upside down. So we reverse the boot. Normally, because plywood's so soft, we don't have to worry about wires rubbing or chafing on plywood. But in this case, these are all sharp edges. We protect it by running that rubber boot backwards or upside down. Then our wires can come in and nothing's gonna rub. That's a really important thing to make note of. Pick up a few extra of these rigging grommets because you're gonna need them running groups of wires through the deck. This is what that reversed rigging grommet is gonna look like from the top side. This is our battery compartment. It's got our battery cables for the motor and our accessory wires for all of our accessory electrical, as well as the battery. Big picture, when you're redoing your aluminum deck pontoon, pretty much everything's gonna go the same as you see us do on plywood decks, but there are those few little things that are different that are really important to make note of. Thank you for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. Make sure you subscribe to our channel, like this video, and maybe even leave a comment. Let us know what you found to be the most interesting.